Hi friends, welcome to AhiluArts channel. I am Uma. In this video, we are going to see another Halloween hat. It's a monkey hat. Okay, you can. It's not only for Halloween. You can always have it as a character hat. Okay, I have used the cafe latte and Aran flag. You can also use dark brown color and beige color or half white. Okay, it's up to you what color you are using. I just like these colors for a monkey, so I have used I have just done a normal beanie, which we have a tutorial separately. I'll share the link in the description, so you can do it according to the size you want. Okay, so I'll be using two black buttons for the eyes. Okay, and we'll see how to make the ears and mouth. Alright, first we'll see how to make the ear because it is very simple. Right, so I have done like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 and one row of single crochet. You can always do the single crochet with the same color or the second color you are using. Okay, so it's up to you. If you want a border in the second color, you can always do. Okay, so now I'll show you how to do this ear. You can again you can use you can do the whole ear in a single color, either the first color or the second color, or you can join like what I have done. Okay, you can do the second. You can use the second color for first two rounds and the third main color for the third round. Okay, or you can do all the all the three rounds in the same color. Okay, so let us see how to do the ear. Start with the magic circle. Do 10 single crochet. Okay, I have done one round of single crochet and next two rounds are half double crochet. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Sorry, I have a cut in my finger, that's why I have not done any video for 2 weeks. Fine. 7 8 9 and 10. Okay, now pull this tighter so that you can slip stitch into the first stitch. Okay, so that you can see we are having the same size. Slip stitch into the first stitch and do 2 half double crochets in each stitch in the next round, so that we'll have 20 half double crochets in the next round. Okay, so chain 1, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over all the 3. So do two half double crochets in each stitch, so that we'll have 20 half double crochet by the end of the second round. So complete this round. I will tell you how to do the third round. Okay, see, I have completed the second round with 20 half double crochets. Okay, so now I will join the third yarn. You don't need to join if you do all the 3 rounds in the same color. Okay, pull this up. Usually how we'll increase, we'll do 2 stitches in all the stitches of the second round, then third round we'll do 1 2 1 2 1 2, right? So I will do 1 half double crochet in the first stitch and 2 half double crochets in the second stitch. So by the end of this round I'll have 30 stitches, right? So after this I will cut the yarn with a long tail end so that I'll use this to stitch the ears. Okay, we have to join the ears on the side, not on the top of the beanie. Okay, so continue this round. I'll show you how to start the mouth. Okay, see, I have done the third round of the ear and leave a long tail so that we can use this to sew it up with the hat. You should not stitch it on the top because monkeys has ears on sideways, so we'll be stitching it on the side. Okay, now we'll see how to do the mouth part. Okay, take your second color, that is the light color, do 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 10 chain plus 1 11 chain. Okay, then measure your hat. If your hat is bigger, you can do 12 chains, but since this is a smaller one, I have done only 10 chains. Okay, this is enough for my bottom and top, so that when we increase, the mouth will the side will become broader. Okay, so just to measure whether it is in the center, I have done 10 chains and I am measuring. Okay, if you have done this for a teen size or adult size, you can always start with 12 chains, 12 stitches, which means you can do it with 13 chains. Okay, so now I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and plus 1, which will be the extra chain. Now I will do the single crochet in the second chain from hook, so that I'll have 10 stitches totally. Okay, so 1 2 3. Easy way to decide the number of chains for this is, see here, this is a toddler hat. I have 60 stitches totally. Okay, all through this I have 60 stitches. So in the front side it will be 30 and in the back side it will be 30. So in 30 stitches, which how many stitches will be in the middle? 10, right? 10 will be on one side, 10 10. So since I have to keep the mouth in the middle, I will be starting with the 10 stitches. Okay, so if you have done it with for adult size or teen size, you might have 72 stitches, so you can start with, so you'll have 36 on the front side, so you will be having 12 12 12, so you can start with 12 stitches. This is the way I calculate. Okay, just to make sure the mouth is in the middle part. Okay, so likewise you can calculate the number of stitches you want to have in the mouth according to the size of your beanie. Okay, if it is a baby beanie, then you have only 48 stitches. You can have only 8 stitches in the 8 chain in the mouth part. Okay, so now I have done 10 single crochets. Now we will be increasing. Okay, totally we may have 6 stitches, since 6 rows. Okay, since this is a single crochet, if we do 6 rows, then it will cover 3 rows of double crochet here. Okay, so what I'll do, we'll do 6 rows in total, both increase and decrease. Now we'll be increasing, so chain 1, do 2 stitch in the first and 2 stitch in the last. So you'll have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, so you'll have 12 stitches, 2 stitches more than the previous round. Okay, since we are increasing in 2 stitches, the total will be increased by 2. Okay, so by the end of this row we will be having 12 stitch. Okay, so I have reached the last stitch now. See, in the last stitch I'll do 1 2, so totally 12 stitches I'm having now. Again we are doing an increase, chain 1, 2 stitch in the first stitch and 1 stitch in all the middle stitches and 2 stitch in the last stitch. So now we'll have 14 stitches in total, right? So after 14 stitch we will be reaching the middle of our mouth part. Okay, usually you can do all the rows in the same color and you can stitch the mouth with the main color. Okay, you can have the mouth opening by sewing it up, but I just wanted to have it in the stitches itself, so I'll be joining the color in the middle stitch. I'll show you how. See, I have reached the last stitch and I have done 2 stitches. So now I'm having 14 stitches here, right? So again chain 1. Now in this row if I do an increase I'll be having 16 stitches in total, right? In those 16 stitch I'll be doing 4 stitch in this color and 8 stitch in the main color and 4 stitch in the same color. Okay, that is because I wanted to have a mouth opening little bit bigger. Not only when you sew, see, if you just sew the mouth like this, it will not be a proper mouth opening. See, it will be a smaller one. So I just wanted it to be a proper mouth opening. So what I'm doing is, see, in this row if I do, see, I'll have 16 stitches, right? So among those 16 stitches, what I'm going to do, I am having 4 in the light color and 8 stitches in the middle in the brown color, which makes my mouth, and 4 stitches back to this color. Okay, without cutting the yarn. So what I'm going to do, chain 1. So 2 stitches in the first stitch. We have to increase, then only we'll have 16 stitches, right? We should not forget that. So 2 stitches and 3 and 4. Okay, now if you count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, these 8 stitches I'll be doing in the main color, and 1 2 3 in the last stitch I'll do 2 stitches, so totally 4. So I'll be continuing the same. So now what I'm going to do, join the, if you don't want to do this, you just want, if you're comfortable in sewing the stitch, sewing the mouth, you can always do that. It's not a compulsory one to make to join this color here. Okay, so what I'm doing is, insert, instead of pulling the older yarn, I am pulling out the new yarn and make a single crochet. Okay, see, I am not cutting the yarn because I will be using this after the 8 stitches, right? So make sure both the yarns are traveling throughout the stitch. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6, 7, 8. See, I have done 8 stitches with the brown yarn, which makes my mouth. Then see here, I am continuing this yarn, right? So when I insert into the 9th stitch, I am pulling this main color, I mean the light color. Instead of pulling this brown, I am pulling this light color to continue my 9th stitch, right? Then I'll do 3 more. I'll have 4 stitches in the end, right? So in the last stitch I'll do 2. So among the 16 stitches, I have 4 in light color, 8 in the brown color, and 4 in the light color itself. Okay, so now this makes my mouth. If you don't want to do this, you can always continue the same color again and again. Once the 16 rows are done, 16 stitches are done, from next round onwards we will be decreasing the rows. Okay, so this is how my mouth will be. Okay, if you stitch, it will not be much of this opening, right? So that's why I have done it with the separate color. Okay, you need not have to do this. You can always have a separate yarn and you can stitch the mouth. Okay, so now we are going to decrease. Okay, so we have done 1 2 3 4 rows so far. So from the 5th round we will be decreasing. How to decrease? Pull up a loop, don't complete the single crochet, insert into the next stitch, pull up a loop and yarn over, pull through all the 3. So we are doing 1 single crochet in 2 stitches. That's how we are decreasing. Okay, so by the end of this row we will be having how many stitches? Only 14 stitches. Okay, we will be joining the first 2 stitches as well as the last 2 stitches of the round. So 16 becomes 14 stitch. Okay, so this is how we will be continuing 2 more times, so that we will have 12 stitches in the next row and 10 stitches in the next row, like the beginning row. Okay, so we'll have the mouth part completed. So see what I'm doing. So I have reached the last stitch. If you count it here, you'll have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 wait 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, and in the last 2 stitches you will be doing 1 single crochet. See, pull through both the loops, both the stitches, and yarn over, pull through all the 3. So now we'll have 12 stitches in this row. Okay, chain 1, pull up a loop, again in the second stitch also pull up a loop, pull through both the loops. So do the same. Okay, so if you see, the mouth part is clearly visible since we are using the new stitch. Okay, if you don't want, you can always stitch it up in the middle, exactly in the middle. So in the last 2 stitch you need to pull up a loop, insert, again pull up a loop and pull through 2. Okay, so we need to do 1 more row to match the same, right? So chain 1, insert, pull up, insert, pull up. So after 14 we'll have, after 16 we'll have 14, 12, and in this round we'll have 10 finally. Okay, So don't worry about the tail end. I will cut this off once I do the border. Okay. We are just doing 3 increase and 3 decrease. That's it. So in the middle round only where we'll be attaching the new yarn if you like to. Okay, so totally we'll have 7 rows. How many stitches? 10, 12, 14. In the middle row we'll be having the 16 stitch and again 14, 12, 10. Okay, so totally we'll have 7 rows. See, you can see the mouth, right? So if I attach it here and attach the ears here, it will be a monkey beanie, right? So now we are going to do the border in order to make the ends even, right? So you can always continue by chain 1, do a single crochet in every row. Since we have 7 rows here, you will be having 7 single crochet in total. Okay, see, by this way you can always weave in the tail ends, whichever is. Whenever you reach the edge, you can always chain 1 to change the side of the border. Okay, so when you reach the bottom, see, as we we'll be always working on the back hump of the foundation chain, which will be easy for us now to do a border round with both the loops. Okay, so continue the border throughout, and when you reach here you can cut the tail end. Okay, continue the same throughout and you will be reaching here. So you have to remember that we'll be having 2 more rows on both the sides by doing the border. So even though if your mouth seems smaller when you complete the increase and decrease, don't worry, because you will be having a 1 round extra for the border, which makes the mouth big enough. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of this round and I'll show you how to join the ears and the mouth. Okay, see, I've completed my border row. You can see the mouth is in the center. What I'll do now, in the last stitch, instead of a single crochet, I'll do a slip stitch and chain 1, cut the yarn with a long tail end, because this is what we'll be using to stitch this off. Okay, so and pull this tight, right? So before that, if you didn't do this stitch, okay, you have done it on in all the color, in the same color, no, you did not attach the yarn, means what you can do, you can always have the mouth opening. It has to be done before you sew it up, okay, because it has to be only on this part only, right? So when you do it, you can count the middle stitch from here and here, and you can do it like this, have it, and you can do it front and back for 8 stitches, and you can do the same one more time so that you will reach the starting point, right? See, when you reach here at the end, you can always do the same process again, and reach the starting point of your yarn and make a knot here. By this way you can have a mouth opening. But if you see the mouth opening will be in only a single line. It will not be an exact mouth opening, so that's why I have done the stitch. Okay, it may not be visible to you clearly, but if you see, it will be the only one line which will not look good for a monkey's mouth. So that's why I have done it with the stitches. Okay, so since I have already done the mouth, I am not going to use this. I'll just undo, but I just wanted to show you how you can stitch the mouth before joining this mouth patch into the hat. Okay, fine. Now we'll be attaching all the pieces together and attach the ears and eyes. As I already told, we will be attaching the ears on the side, not on the top, right? So check your hat and place your ears exactly on the side. My side is exactly at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7th row here. Okay, so I am attaching it on the 7th row. Make sure you are having the right side on the front. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am attaching it in this row with 3 stitches. Okay, so one important advantage of having the tail end in the last round itself, because we don't need to have to make a knot with 2 tail ends, right? Because one tail end will be already attached here, so we'll be making the simple knot. Okay, right? So this is how we will be attaching the ears. Okay, so if you see, I am attaching it on one double crochet stitch, but every time when I insert into the half double crochet of the ear, I am attaching it in all the 3 stitches. Okay, in order to make sure the ears are secure. Sorry about the noise. Okay, so when I reach my last stitch, what I will do is, I'll do a simple sewing knot and weave in the tail end. Never cut a tail end without weaving in, okay, because it may cause the undoing of yarn. So always make sure you weave in all your tail ends before cutting the extra. Okay, so now this is my last stitch. What I am going to do now is just to do a simple knot and I will weave in this tail end in between all the stitch. Okay, so now we will see how to attach the mouth patch. Okay, always make sure that you are attaching it on the right side facing. You can see this is my right side, this is my wrong side, so I am attaching it like this in the center. Okay, so I will do it one row above. See, you can see the double crochet row, single crochet row and a double crochet row. I am attaching it into the second double crochet row from the bottom. Okay, so this is how I will be attaching my mouth patch. So once I attach it, I'll attach my buttons for the eyes and I'll show you how my cap turned out. Okay, always attach it in all the stitches, never miss any stitch. Okay, then only it will be of a clear attachment. Okay, you should not have any space, right? So do it. That's why I have this long tail end. Sorry about the noise. I am sincerely apologize for the noise. I tried to make him sleep, but he didn't. Okay, so I'll show you how my monkey cap turned out, right? See, I have attached both the ears, eyes and the mouth patch. Okay, I have not skipped any stitch. If you see, I have used all the stitches, so that's why the mouth patch will be stiff enough to have no gap. Okay, so this is how we will do the attachment. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends, suggest your comments in the comment section, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any video. Like our Facebook page, please share your work in our group as well as in page. Okay, thank you, bye bye.